Alright guys, we got to talk today about a very serious topic in Bleach Brave Souls. More serious than hacking, more serious than the Malaysian orb situation we had a while back. And what we're going to talk about today is, where did Renji's tail go? And guys, before you start slamming me in the comments, yes, I know it's not Renji's tail. It's part of his snake Bankai form. Alright, so when K-Lab released the new manga Renji, he looked like what you see on the screen right now. He was awesome. He had the tail coming out of his sword arm, the snake. I guess it's the snake skeleton that's coming out of his sword arm, and it looked dope as hell. It went all the way around his body. It was in the gameplay as well. You know, when he walked around, he had it like flowing around him. But recently, they released an update to remove the snake tail, and I didn't notice it at first, but when someone pointed it out to me, I was like, holy cow, he looks way different. It's weird how that one little thing can totally change the way the entire character looks. He looks less epic in my opinion, but as we know, guys, if you're a fan of Bleach and you play this game, K-Lab does a pretty good job of staying faithful to the manga and the anime. They only take liberties where absolutely necessary. So like for characters like, say, Jushiro, where we don't know too much about his powers, they might do like a little bit, give him powers that, would logically make sense. But for Renji, they did take away the tail. I'm going to call it the tail. I know it's not his tail, but I'm gonna call it that for the purpose of this video. So they took this away. And if you remember way back, guys, when Bankai Kenpachi was released, they made some edits to that character model as well. They took away his eye patch, and they took away, they gave him longer hair, I believe. So props to K-Lab for really paying attention to the details. For us who are into the manga and who find that stuff important, I love the fact that they do that. But for Renji, it's more of a gray area because we're not really too sure when the tail comes out, or like when it's if it's always there or not. So I actually went back into the manga to look at the Bankai in detail, and I don't really know what the point of this video is. Maybe it's because I'm not really too happy about the change, but I wanted to see if it was accurate to the manga. So here we go, guys. Let's just take a look real quick. If we look at the first appearance of his Bankai, when he first releases, you cannot see the tail anywhere in this image. You do notice, however, that his blade is not serrated. So K-Lab did get that part right. The blade is not serrated initially. I think Renji has to, when he actually uses it, it becomes serrated. So I mean, that's just my hypothesis. It wasn't explained in detail, but for the initial appearance of Renji's Bankai, the snake tail is not visible. Now, if we look at the next action shot of him, where he's using the big baboon arm to attack the masculine, you don't see it there either. So, I mean, so far so good. K-Lab's probably on the right track. Now, in the third scene, we see him throwing mask, and it's still not visible. So, it's looking pretty good for K-Lab right now. The accuracy-wise, I mean. And the first time we see the snake tail is in this panel here. So, and notice also that his blade has become serrated. So, I think what the situation is, guys, is that when he uses the sword arm, when he activates it, I guess, the snake tail extends and the blade becomes serrated. So only when he's using that sword, or when he chooses to focus on it. By default, the snake skeleton, I guess, is not out, and neither are the serrated edges on his blade. So that's the way it appears. I did not notice that initially when I read the manga. I didn't really pay too much attention to that detail, but here it is again, guys. When he slashes through the masculine, the tail is clearly visible. That seems to be the case. And the final panel here, the final shot we see of Renji is when he's fighting Aizen. And he doesn't get too much screen time here, but you can see that the blade is not serrated and the snake tail is not out. So I feel like K-Lab got it right this time. Even though I did like the way Renji looked with the snake tail out, he just looked, like more grand, more epic, if you know what I mean. But I'd rather the game be accurate than not accurate. I mean, if that makes any sense, you know. I don't want them to make a character look a certain way just so he looks more epic or more cool. Accuracy for me is more important than, you know, any other type of aesthetic. So they did make the right change, I guess. You know, I mean, he's still an awesome character, guys. But I figured I would make a video talking about it because I was kind of bummed out when they took that away. I was like, no, where'd Renji's tail go? No, how could they do this? But now that we analyze it in depth, it appears that it was justified, I guess. And if you watch the gameplay, the tail still does come out when he uses certain strong attacks. Like strong attack 1, you'll still see the tail extend. It's just real quick though. It's only while the strong attack is firing. So yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I can live with it. And like I keep saying, guys, accuracy is #1, and it's still in the special too. The tail is still in the special and the serrated blade. I don't know why. I mean, I don't understand. Like they never explained that in the manga, but apparently when he actually uses the blade, it becomes serrated and the tail extends. What purpose that serves, I can only guess. Maybe it's just because he's focusing on it more that it actually comes out into its true form. Maybe it gives him some kind of power boost. I don't know, guys. You know, then maybe let me know some theories down in the comments why it changes like that. Only when he's using it. You know, you would think it would be out all the time, but I guess not. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. It's kind of random. I don't know if there was a point to it really, but I wanted to talk about it because yeah, I'm a big stickler for accuracy. So I'm glad that K-Lab made this change. And if you were wondering why they made the change, maybe this video explains it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck with all your manga summoning. I still got to go in on Rukia. We are not done yet, so expect a video when I summon again in Rukia's individual banner. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.